I'm Josh Shakespeare.
I'm Chris Keene.
And we're back, motherfuckers.
More than a third of Americans believe they would make a better president than Biden or Trump. It makes sense when you realize that most Americans are alive and not in prison.
Russia has officially declared the United States as an enemy for the first time in history. It's crazy after everything America has done, all it took was Pride Month.
Jim, you're alive.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's show. There's my logo.
Wow, that is some sweet logo, Jimmy.
So I stopped drinking the regular decaf coffee because the way they decaffeinate coffee is they put poison in it first. And then they say it's all gone. They get rid of all the poison. It's called a solvent that they use to get out. Anyway, I didn't know that. I've been drinking decaf coffee. And so I switched to the Swiss water method, and so I can't use my Nespresso anymore because they don't make. It's all. By the way, they all package in aluminum, which is not good. Aluminum, not good. So I stopped that, and now I'm just drinking regular coffee with a French press. But I got to start doing a pour over or something because. The coffee grounds get in my coffee, and my last sip is all I get all mouthful of. Anybody else have that problem? Anybody?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So we should start doing a pour over. You ever do a pour over?
I haven't done a pour over.
I've seen pour. They do them in the coffee shops. Pour overs are big now.
Somebody wants to know, why do you drink decaf in the first place, Jimmy?
Because I like the taste of coffee. I haven't. When I was young, I used to drink coffee in the morning to give me a little jolt because when I was on my way to a masonry job or a brickwork job, and I'd been up till 4 in the morning drinking, and then I had to go to work at 7. So then I would drink coffee for the caffeine, but I like the taste of coffee. It's like hot chocolate, you know. It's got that nice. It has a nice texture. It has a good flavor. So that's why. Okay. Hey, guess what? Pope meets comics. Humor with a message of peace. Pope Francis met with over 100 comedians.
Oh, yeah.
100 comedians from around the world at the Vatican, including notable figures such as Whoopi Goldberg. Did you know she was a comedian? That'll be a shock to a lot of people. That Whoopi Goldberg's a comedian. I've never seen evidence. Andy Kindler, who hates me now because he's misinformed about politics, and doesn't sell tickets, so he's jealous of me. But he had a funny joke about what we go. I have $1 million. I offered 10 years ago. I offered $1 million for evidence of Whoopi Goldberg saying anything funny. That money still unclaimed. That was very funny. Anyway, Whoopi Goldberg. People will be surprised to find out she's a comedian. Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, I'm sure, has a lot of demons, but all I can say is he was a very nice guy to me when I met him. Chris Rock. I still feel bad that he got slapped, but he's a Zionist. Stephen Colbert is probably the top 2 disappointments of my life comedically. And Conan O'Brien, who I bet you people will also be surprised to find out he's a comedian. The Pope encouraged the comedians to use their gift of humor responsibly. Emphasizing that it is acceptable to joke about God as long as it's not offensive. Well, those are the funniest jokes are offensive. What do you mean offensive? I bet you God's like, oh, that one hurts. That one, oh, that's going to cost me ticket sales. What?
Before the Pope is worried about comedy, maybe he should be dealing with what's going on in his own house and pedophilia.
Oh, well.
Not funny topic.
So, there's not one joke about priest molesting kids. So that would be offensive. That not as offensive as actually priests molesting kids and then the church covering up. I see people saying, public school teachers molest at a higher rate than Catholic school teachers. Yeah, they don't claim to represent God. They don't have the imprimatur of Jesus Christ and a pope, and then nobody systematically covers it up for them. That's be the big difference. They don't. Public schools are bigger rapers than Catholics. What? That's the argument people make. I'm not kidding. He highlighted the importance of humor in society and its power to spread peace and smiles. The event was part of Pope Francis' effort to distract people from the fact that they covered up child rape for 40 years. Probably longer than that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, from forever.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what. So here's them meeting. So here he is. He gets up. So here's the Pope. This is from Vatican TV, by the way.
It sounds like a joke.
So do you see Chris Rock in the back? He already stood up. And then he turns around to thank them all. There's Chris Rock. Oh, there's Jimmy Fallon. Chris Rock. There's Stephen Colbert. It's very disgusting. Their sycophantism. You're supposed to be making fun of him. You're not supposed to be begging for his approval, which is what. Oh my God, the Pope. You're supposed to be making fun of him. The only reason to go there is so you can make a joke in the Pope's face. But this is what, hey, please accept the establishment looks like from comedians. That's what it looks like. Oh, fuck off. I don't know how that happened. How did that happen?
All right, come stay with Steph. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. While he's doing that, not sure why that happened. Imagine if Carlin was alive and invited, the Pope would have had a heart attack. Peter version 1. I don't think Carlin would have been invited. Right?
Very well said.
Nice work, Peter.
Back to Jim. Very well said. Carlin would not have been invited. Bill Hicks, Lenny Bruce. Of course, yes. Colbert's Catholic.
And a Sunday
look
school
at Stephen.
teacher.
Look at they're all. Oh my God. Oh, they're all. It's gross. To me, this is gross. This is watching comedians salivate and bow down to power. That's what they're doing. They're bowing down to power. And it's worse than that. They're just. And I know. And they are today's hottest comics. If by today you mean 3 decades ago. Okay, do a tight 5 and don't say cunt. unless you're saying it responsibly. The only thing that could you notice Ricky Gervais is not there?
Yeah.
Where's Ricky Gervais, huh? Is there more to this stupid video? Yes, I think there is. Okay, it's just gross to watch them fawn over an authority figure. It is. It doesn't matter how you feel about the Pope. It doesn't matter how you feel about him. That's not what comedians do. You're supposed to be there. You're supposed to be making. It's like what Jerry Seinfeld said when he was getting an award for being a great comedian. And he was in his speech. He said, this makes me uncomfortable. He goes, I don't want to be up here. I'd rather be the guy in the corner making fun of the guy up here. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but that's what he said. And then what Rich Jenny said when he got an award for being a comedian. He said, getting an award for being a comedian is a lot like a venereal disease. Nobody deserves it, but if you fuck around long enough, you're bound to get one. So I think I have another. Here they are meeting him. Oh, hey, great job on the pedophilia. Is that what he's saying? You think? Hey, super great job on the pedophilia. Nice job with the pedophilia, you guys. Hey,
you think the Pope knows who these people are?
Great job on the pedophilia. I think the Pope is saying, I liked your work before better. I think the Pope was like, you're much better when you had the Colbert Report. The stuff you're doing now is just, it's like what you're doing right now with me. I like how Stephen Colbert thought he had something to say to him. Like Stephen Colbert's going to say something to him. I'm going to have a real moment. I'm a Sunday school teacher. I believe all this shit. I actually buy it. And, you could feed all the hungry in the world if you just melted down the gold in your toilet.
Huh.
Hey, by the way, you still don't have women priests, huh? Is he saying something like that? Oh, there's Conan O'Brien is saying, you might be the Pope, but I'm still the whitest guy in the world. Did Chris Rock, did he wear a yarmulke? Does he wear a yarmulke, Chris Rock? I know he's pro-Israel. Let's back this up. I want to watch this again. There's Stephen Colbert. Okay. Jimmy Fallon. Can I rub your hair? Is that what he's saying? There's Chris Rock. Oh, I love your yarmulke. Can I get a part in Grown Ups 3? Anyway. Here comes Colbert. I left my card with the bishop. I have a schoolboy uniform, and I give exquisite tongue baths. I think that's what he's saying. Huh? Exquisite tongue baths. Okay. Does Whoopi come in here at all? Look, this is. There she is. There she is with her Battlestar Galactica haircut. Okay. Who else is on here? Oh, I don't know who that. Oh, there's Jim Gaffigan. Jim Gaffigan. He's a Catholic. He's a big Catholic. He got in trouble from the Catholics because he went to a gay pride parade and he brought his kids, and they tweeted out a picture of it, and so all these Catholic organizations denounced them.
And now in their face, he's shaking hands with the Pope.
He's sticking it right in their face. I'm meeting the Pope. No.
Yeah.
No, yeah. That was Tig Notaro. Get on it.
Yes.
Is that Tig?
That was Tig.
Oh, are you kidding? I wonder what she said. Hey, how come no lady priest? Did she think she said anything? Nobody said shit to him. It's the exact opposite of what comedians are supposed to do. When I've taken the trip, yes. When I've made a joke that was completely out of bounds, yes. That's the only reason to go to this, is so you can make a joke that's completely out of bounds. Surrounded by, I don't know, $1 trillion in gold that could feed the homeless and the poor and the hungry 1 million times over. And it's just because that's what Jesus would do if he came back. He'd live in a palace like that, and he'd sit on a throne, and he'd have people come kiss his ring. When I was a kid, my dad, I met the bishop, and my dad, anyway, I don't want to tell that story. It hurts me so much, but he kissed his ring, the bishop's ring. Ugh. My dad knelt down and kissed the bishop's ring right in front of me. It's still, to this day, you see the pain it causes me. I'm not kidding. I said, after I go, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing kneeling down in front of that guy? He goes, it's the bishop. First of all, it wasn't. It was this second in command bishop. And I go, and? I go, why'd you kiss his ring? He goes, I didn't kiss his ring. He has a holy jewel. It's a straight face. Is the holy jewel on his ring? Then I was kissing the holy jewel. And I go, he just happens to wear it on a ring on his finger. He didn't like have it in a bag so you could kiss it. That was a tough day for me. That was my confirmation. I think that's like the equivalent of a bar mitzvah. It's when you're supposed to accept the Holy Spirit. It's just some ceremony. I rebelled against being brought up Catholic with all that stuff, and my dad kneeling, and I was what I would consider myself a Sam Harris atheist for a long time. But I realize now that was just me rejecting religion and dogma, and so I was missing out on spirituality, which is real. God is internal, not external. God is real, and you're not separate from God. God is part of you. Anyway, so that's the whole thing. Another theory is that we help evolve God. I know that sounds heretical. You help evolve. Yes. Anyway, all right. So there it is. Is there more to this? Oh, by the way, as San Francisco District Attorney, Kamala Harris's office stopped cooperating with victims of Catholic Church child abuse. Just so you know, I know all those people who were there were going to vote for them. I know they're all going to vote for her. I know they're all. There's not one person that was there that isn't going to vote for them. So there you go. And I know Tig personally. Tig, we had lots of fun times working on the road together. I enjoyed working with Tig. She's very funny, and also Jim Gaffigan, swell fella, makes me laugh. He's a great comedian. We had a very similar joke. We had a joke almost word for word the same. The brain surgery. It's not brain surgery. It's one of my first big jokes that people would quote. But Jim Gaffigan, nice guy, very nice guy, Jim Gaffigan. Again, politically, I've diverged from these people. They still watch television news and think it's the news, which is adorable. They think they're getting the news from Rachel Maddow. All right, over to Steph.
Okay, Jimmy Dore, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, you know where we're going to be this Sunday? We're going to be in Ontario, the Ontario Improv in California, ladies and gentlemen, in Ontario, California. And we're going to be there. It's going to be a great show. Looking forward to doing it and meeting people. There is a meet and greet, and we decided the meet and greet is before the show, correct? 5 p.m. meet and greet, girls. We're going to have a blast. Looking forward to doing that. I don't think we've done the Ontario Improv, so it'll be fun. Jimmy, I don't know, Jimmy. Whoopi is pretty funny on The View. Granted, it's unintentional. You are right there, K. Michael. You are right there, amigo. Thank you so much for that one. Jimmy, roast your coffee way cheaper and taste way better. You can get decaf green coffee beans too, Swiss water method, and use the AeroPress to brew. Check it out.
What's an AeroPress?
I don't know. You write down AeroPress. It's AERO. AeroPress. AeroPress.
AERO.
You know, Jimmy, you know who I thought that should be our next advertiser? Is the chocolate you like.
Oh, well, let's contact them.
Yeah, that chocolate you're loving. All right, so back to Jimmy.
I found a chocolate that doesn't have any. You don't want soy lectican or whatever. You don't want any of the emulsifiers. You don't want. It's like they can't make anything without putting palm oil or sunflower oil or corn oil or cottonseed oil. It's always got some seed oil, which is poison. But this, I found a chocolate brand. Nothing bad. It doesn't even have cane sugar. It has the coconut sugar thing, which is supposed to be better. So it just has chocolate. And I think that's it.
Jews in the walls. Isn't it bliss? The rabbinical bris soiling the mattresses. Well, let me tell you. Shut it down. If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, you know, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. Not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, you know, the babies that have been murdered, you know, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people, so-called minority people, you know, money poor people. You know, this government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But you know, something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. You know, we don't really know what war is. You know, for black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, you know, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison. But they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, you know, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, you know, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators. And they're going to have riots on their hands. You know, they're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. You know, we have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating, you know, what we need, what needs to be done. And, you know, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. I mean, you know, don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, you know, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, you know, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, you know, this system and those backing the officials running the system, you know, want people to believe that revolution means violence, you know, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. You know, when people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. You know, they get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it, then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, you know, it's the best we have, and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. You know, every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. I mean, our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. You know, men, women, and children were murdered. And not just move babies, you know. What about all of the young men, women, you know, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, you know, by drug pushers? I mean, you know, where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, you know, making a quick buck, you know. I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, you know, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, you know, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. You know, how long are people going to sit back and beg, you know, this government to do what's right when for hundreds of years all you've gotten is a slap in the face? All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit